build your diminished scales by starting with a half step, whole step, half step, whole step, half step, a whole step, then a half step. All right, then you're at your octave. Or you could build your diminished scale starting with a whole step and then a half step. You have to just remember you have to alternate. See? So from any note you can build two. If I start with a half step, I'm going that way. If I start with a whole step, I'm going that way. Okay, you see that? Okay, so I can start with a half step or a whole step, right? Now, we use these three notes just in our lessons because once you learn this, you're not going to need this anymore. That's the whole goal of these graphs and this shit. So you can practice this stuff and you can listen to it and listen to the tunes, and then you won't have to understand. I won't have to tell you this. Okay, you just know it. Okay, but this is what we use. We're going to use A, E, and B to represent the first three Trinity of diminished. So we got A, like we say, our creation story. Adam for Adam, E for Eve, and B for the baby that they made. Now, if you notice, they're all even. It's the perfect fifth syllables. Okay, now watch. We're gonna build our diminished scales. You know, we can build them off of any one of these places. So you see the graph. I've got E, and so I can go E half whole. So I can start with a half whole. E whole half. I'm sorry. Use my eyes. E whole half, right? And you see that's going to resolve to F major. It says that, right? It says F. It doesn't say major or minor. It just says F, right? Okay. Then that same one is going to resolve to A flat. It doesn't say major or minor. It just says A flat, that note. A flat. Okay? And then, of course, it's going to resolve to B. Okay, that same one that we built. Okay, so after a while, you got to stop calling it E half whole diminished. Just look at it as a group of notes. Okay, so you have to understand. So watch. So it resolves to B as well. It's going to take you to B, and it's also going to resolve to your D major, right? Okay, so now when you understand that, you could take a song. You could take a song, you know, right? That's in one of those keys, and you can just limit yourself to that one. Okay. Now I showed you exercise where you can just take, like, say, take it say we go start in G minor, right? So you see that is going to resolve to that one. And so it resolves to those four tonalities. All right. Now let's take it a little one step further. Right. Let's take it one step further. Because my goal is not to just try to blow here with you guys. I just want you guys to get the concept, and then you gotta go and get inside your subconscious mind and just deal with it. But let's just take it like a little bit step further, right? So let's just say, like, we have this E whole half diminished scale. Let's stick with this first one, right? Now, if it's in F, we say it relates to F, right? What else relates to F, right? What else relates to F, you guys? I can think of a lot of things. You got G minor, right? You see I played G minor. So this scale can relate to anytime you see a G minor, you see that this first is going to relate to your G minor. Now, what you got to understand is that these scales are not tonalities. These are connectors. They connect tonalities. So this is going to connect this G minor. It's also going to connect this B flat minor, right? It's also going to connect so it connects these minor tones as well. G minor, B flat minor, D flat minor, E minor. Okay? Watch my top note. Okay, so so there's so many uses because you understand it's not the tonality, it's the connector. Okay, so I hope when you practice this, you guys, you can just have fun with it. It's not the stressful thing. Just have fun, man, because the whole point is that you want to use it and you understand it. Then you want to let go and let the magic happen. Okay, so in one cool exercise is like you stay in one tonality. Now you got to know these tonalities.